2x equals x to the fourth plus 3x to the third minus 2x, something like that. What's the degree of that polynomial? 4. The degree is 4.
So that means the most solutions you can have is
Yeah, that means you have, technically you have 4 solutions.
Yeah.
Some of them just might be doubled or tripled. Okay?
My arm. Too bad.
Jack,
Sorry.
if it's becoming a distraction,
It's not
take it off.
distraction.
No, it's a distraction because your shoulder's blocking the video.
I just have big shoulders.
Well, no, you're handcuffed to another person.
Renshaw, you're making it more of a big deal than it is. Everybody just shut up and listen.
This is not normal.
It is in 2023.
Okay.
Go to GS.
So the degree of the polynomial determines the number of solutions. So we're looking for 4 solutions. Some of them might be doubled. So if you got x equals 2, x equals -1, but then you also had this like x squared equals 0 over here, and you got x equals 0. Because of this x squared, this is your doubled solution, all right? So this is where it's bouncing, and technically this one counts twice. So there's your 4 solutions.
So what? That makes sense. Can you go?
Yeah, it was just in the.
That
So-
makes sense.
It was like advertising for them.
I hate that makes sense. but it does.
Why do you have x
Wait,
squared
Eat your
equals
last
0?
donut.
If they double it
Yes.
bounces, and if it goes
Protein.
forward,
Yes.
Protein.
Wait, what did you
I don't want to grab him with this hand.
If it's a even
Way to take
number
your
of
mouth.
solutions, like if there's 2 of these,
Yeah.
4 of these,
I'm not gonna pull it over.
whatever,
It'd be-
it will bounce.
I
If it's
want
an
you to be
odd
2.5.
number of solutions,
So if it was just 0, 2, -1, it would
Are you
go
videoing?
yeah.
Yes.
Or if we had x equals 0
Tomorrow,
3
the leash
times,
jacket
it would
and
go
stay
through
together.
0.
Yes.
So wait, even if,
What if we do
let's
this?
say 0 is listed 1.
David and Jack, everyone behind you is distracted by you. I'm looking at Anna, who's trying desperately to pay attention over top of all of this. So either move to the back or stop. All right, Melanie, what's your question?
So if it was just 0, and then 2, and then 1, that's just like 3, you would just have them go through all
It would
of
go
them.
through all of those, yeah. Well, it's because 0 would only occur an odd number of times. If it was just once, it would go through that.
Wait, so what was the x to the second you just erased?
I was just saying that if there was something like that, 0 would be counted twice as a solution.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So let's look at this one. I don't want to have to write this. Okay. So, sorry. Here we are. How many solutions does each of these have? Oh my goodness.
3.
So for this would be solutions to the equation, because this is an equation. See how it equals 0? This is an equation. How many solutions does the equation have? It's degree 3, so there's 3 solutions.
Are those both like the same question?
Yes, and that's what we're trying to see. That's what on the quiz as well. Remember on the
You were
quiz,
very close.
there were 2 sections. One looked like this, and the other section looked like this. So the verbiage you would use for this is how many zeros does the function have? That means when this equals 0,
Thank you.
then it just looks like.
So
an
it's literally
equation.
just the same thing, just you put f of x instead of 0.
And because this is a specific spot on that graph, f of x represents the whole function, every single point. But when you make this 0, what place on the graph is that?
The x. What?
The x
Axis.
axis, good. So that is the x-axis. And so how many zeros does this have? 4, because it's degree 4. See, that's so easy. That is the fundamental theorem of algebra.
So there's 4 zeros,
Yes.
and then those points would
There's
be
another-
0, and then wherever it intersects.
One, let me see. Yes, one of these would be 0. This one, maybe not.
Wait,
Probably not, that one.
okay.
0 is only a solution if you can factor an x out of the whole thing. So like if we were to factor this, I can factor x out and it would be outside like that because I can take it out of every single one.
Mhm.
That's the only time you get x or 0 as a solution, if you've got something out here.
Okay. Wait, so Okay, sorry.
Right now, I'm just concerned that you know that the degree is 4 and there's 4 solutions. Alright. Let's go for one of these. Alright.
We don't
Kate's
have
gonna
to.
like this. It's still so hot. They just turn on the heat and it dumps it all in this room.
Just cover your bed. It'll be
Also, I'm pretty sure something
I should
crawled
take
up
the
and
jacket.
died in the vents because it's like it's bad.
Jack on.
Jack.
Hey, we have both Jacks in here now. We can say
Mhm.
that.
What?
Yes.
What happens in game?
Oh, I know. It's not new information.
Okay. We're gonna find all of the zeros of this function.
Use rational
I
root
was
theorem.
trying to make it.
We will in a minute. I think we're gonna use it. Yes.
That's what she said.
Alright.
Yep.
But before we do that, how many are we looking for? How many zeros?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5, because this is the degree is 5. So it means we're looking for 5 solutions. Okay, so we're gonna get as many as we can first by using our graphing calculator. So get out your graphing calculator.
I don't have mine.
I can get all of them.
David, I had to go to the front
Why?
to grab a graphing calculator.
Or you could just, unbond yourself.
Not possible.
Stand up.
It's like an umbilical cord. You can't
Yes.
snip it until the baby's out.
The babies are out! You were both walking.
Is this some kind of punishment?
No, it's just them being awful.
David's king. I should have said that. I really should have said that.
Dude, you're on video.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show this to Mr. Reisner. Show us how productive
He probably
we're being
laughed.
in math.
No, he wouldn't. He would laugh and then he would give y'all both some detention.
That's a
I
leadership
No,
project.
he wouldn't, bro.
don't know.
Alright,
Mr.
We're looking
Reisner's
for-
fickle.
we're looking for 5 solutions. Alright, so
Come for your
graph this in your, you guys all know how to find the graph in your
Is
calculator?
that -8? I
Yeah,
can't
the
see.
So you're
graph
gonna
button.
type in
Yes.
y, the y equals, and you're
Okay.
gonna type this in. Be very careful that you get all the exponents correct. Okay?
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Ew, why did you put,
Huh?
if there's no forward, you just keep going?
Yeah, you just keep going. It just doesn't have that term.
Oh, suck it.
Okay, so what's happening here? We're going to the Y.
Y equals, and we're gonna type this in and then graph it.
Oh crap.
Yes, Kate, that was funny. Yeah, we press
Oh,
graph.
All right, so do we just press graph?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Dang, this is a goofy graph.
Don't say goofy.
0, negative 48.
I just messed
Jack,
up.
you make me
big
feel
time.
goofy.
No.
Nah,
Oh.
Brown, does it look like? I
It-
probably did it wrong.
It should, yeah, I think Jack's, it should look like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are,
It's a little more steep.
I'll put mine in too, just so I have, I can look at it as
The
well.
points.
And you just press graph after that?
Yes.
One's -1.
But when you put the negatives, do you
One
do
was
the
two.
subtract
One's two.
symbol, or do you do the negative?
If it's minus like this, you need to use the minus sign, or
Oh,
it will
okay.
act like it's weird. It'll act like it's a negative and it'll multiply those.
Oh,
Mine's
Oh,
so-
stupid. I don't.
I'll just.
Why is
read it
mine
again.
looking like that? It's like a bold line.
Plus x raised to the third.
So we end up with it bumping -1 and 0.
Your window is really goofy. It's at negative.
Stop saying
20
goofy.
too. Don't say that.
It's a cuss word.
Oh, my bad.
No
Wait, what's the curse
way.
word?
Goofy.
How did that become a cuss word?
It was just a joke.
Oh,
Do
do
it.
it.
Enter. What do you do after that?
Minus 2
Graph.
x hold on,
Are
squared.
we
Hit
supposed to
graph.
stay here?
Minus
Mhm.
12 x
So we can leave after walking?
Yes.
8, and then hit graph.
You can leave that.
Oh.
Your mama.
Oh.
What's the Y for the bounce off? Because I can't read
But
it.
we don't need the y.
Oh,
That's
okay,
not
sweet.
important.
Never mind.
All right. So, what is the first z? What's the first 0 we have? X equals what?
-8. I mean, wait.
The first 0,
What'd you
-1.
get, Jack?
negative.
I got -1.
Yes. Good. And
Oh.
what is happening here? Is it going through this or bouncing off?
It's
Oh, wait, so you
Bounce.
had to see -1.
Oh,
It's dumb.
it hits it and goes.
Oh,
It bounces
oh.
off, right? So this means this solution occurs an even number of times. Okay? Probably 2 times. All right?
How do you know that?
It's a bounce.
Because it bounces. Because it bounces, it goes like that.
make-
Right there, at -1. That means
No.
it occurs an even number of times, right? If it bounces off.
Wait,
So-
question. When,
At least twice, huh?
when it's on the way back up on the bottom right hand side
Uh-huh.
of the graph, is that the same thing? Because it bounced?
Definitely not.
Right here?
It
No,
does.
those don't matter. Just what's happening on the x-axis.
So it only bounces when it's on the
Right.
x axis.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so this is probably happening twice, right? It could be 4 times, it could be 6 times, but well, it can't be 6 because we only have degree 5. Okay. So this is happening at least twice. Then what's the other? What's the other one?
Positive 2.
So x equals 2. So how many do we have?
It goes through
You
2.
have 3.
It does go through.
So
You
it's
got
an
it.
odd number. So that means that's 2's listed 3 times?
It could be once, it could be 3 times.
How do you know?
Usually if it's 3 times, it'll kind of look kind of weird. But even by the shape of this, like, you can tell that it's probably just once, okay? We know we at least have this many, okay? So we need to check to see what the other solutions are because the other ones might be imaginary.
I think it's 1.
Imaginary
Just like
is-
my friend.
I hate imaginary.
So
Depression.
the way we find the imaginary solutions is we have to factor this. We have to get this down to something we can solve. But we can already, rather than doing the rational root theorem, we already know that these 3 are solutions, and we can use these 3 and synthetic division to work this down to something that's factorable.
So you would just like, let's say we use 2 first. Just put that.
I'm gonna erase this so I have a little more space. I'm gonna put them up here. So we have -1, x equals -1, -1, and 2. All right, so we're gonna start our synthetic division with these numbers. Okay. I didn't make. You don't have to guess at these. We got them by graphing, so we at
okay,
least know the first.
I'm sorry. How do we know that x minus 1 occurs an even number of times?
Because it bounces off the x-axis.
Because it's bouncing off.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't go through it.
Okay.
Does it matter the order that you put that in?
No. Oh wait, this right here.
Yeah, the synthetic division.
No, actually, you could do 2 first. We could do -1 first. You'll get different things along the way, but your final result should be the same.
2 is an odd number or just 1?
It's an odd number of times, but we know at least once.
Why could it be more than 1?
What would it look like if it was listed 3 times?
It's usually gonna be this with you, huh?
Is it
Sometimes if it goes through it, like where it's a 3, it's like it does this like slow, like thing like that.
Oh,
It's
and that
weird.
means it's technically like going, like, ugh. I don't
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
weird. It gets, but don't worry about that. All right, so we're gonna start with -1, and I'm gonna put my coefficients 1. There is no 0 to the 4th.
0.
I mean x to the 4th. So you put a 0 placeholder. Then we're gonna put a 1, -2, -12, and -8. And then we're gonna do synthetic division. All right, and just to keep everything straight, what I like to do is just to put a little, I started with x to the 5th, right? That's what this is. I'm just gonna put that there just to help me remember that. All right,
Okay, wait, so 1 and then 0 because there's nothing. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
remember always first step is bring down the 1. -1 times 1,
Here.
-1.
Hmm.
And then we add the columns. Most of you are getting this. A
4.
couple of you on that last test did some weird things. Either you subtracted or you multiplied or something weird. So pay attention. Make sure you understand. We're adding.
Here.
-1 times -1 is 2. 1 plus 2 is.
Wait, pause.
Wait, no, it's not.
What?
Louder.
I was so confused.
Just kidding.
It's not
Right
fun.
around.
My brain was working too fast.
It's 1.
-2.
1
Sorry,
plus 1, that's 2.
-4.
Then
Positive
-2.
-8.
And you should get,
Whoa.
because this is a solution,
Bro,
what should you get
crazy.
here every
Zero.
time? 0. Good. If
That's
you don't get
crazy.
0, you did it wrong. Go back and redo it. All right. If this was x to the 5th, what is this? X to the 4th. I'm not gonna bother writing this all out. I'm just gonna do my synthetic division again, because that's my numbers, right?
What?
Excuse me, why?
Oh, that makes sense.
Right, I've divided this out, and now I'm left with this. Now I'm gonna do -1 again.
Oh, I see.
What's
Oh.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
So why are we doing it this way?
You'll see. We're getting it down to x squared where we can factor it.
This is bullcrap.
This is cool. I'd say we should have like one of these problems on a test.
There is.
Okay, good.
Wait, do we keep going down until we get to
It's
X?
just time consuming.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, now we do, take this down. Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1.
Negative two.
Negative 2. 2. 4.
Say who do we appreciate? No one.
That's crazy, bro.
Zero.
Is it really?
X to the third.
So if this was x to the 5th, this is x to the 4th, this is x to the 3rd.
You're
Like I said,
gonna
I'm
run.
just doing this here to help keep me straight so I know where I'm at when I get to the bottom.
So now we put that with 2.
Now we divide by 2.
I'm glad we both laughed at that.
Oh, whoa.
Yay, Madison got it.
Yeah, it's not hard to get, it's just dumb.
Am I going too fast? Are y'all tracking?
Yes, please. Chill.
Justin, do you need to come sit here?
Yes.
No, I just.
Good job, Kate.
It was
Good
worth a
answer.
shot.
Oh, that's 0.
That's.
We got 4.
2.
Then we got 8. Now it cancels.
That was
Okay.
what's the moment called?
Okay, Kinley.
Is
can
your
you-
name
I'm
Justin?
Sorry, can you
That's
put
what could
your
have
arm
happened. That would have been funny.
Oh, I know.
Easy one.
Put your arm down. Okay. So,
down? Well, I mean, like.
we started with x to the 5th, then x to the 4th, then x to the 3rd. So what's this one?
X to the second.
X to the 2nd.
Oh, we keep
Oh, we can
going.
factor.
We have nothing
Wow.
here. So it's just
Whoa.
x squared plus
Plus
4,
4.
right? Right?
Oh, so it's x equals -2.
No.
Oh, so
What?
we're getting shorter every time. It's going 0, so,
So-
we're factoring all that crap.
Yeah. This is the last piece we have left to solve. So if I was to write this out
-2.
in factored form, it would be x plus 1 times x plus 1 times x minus 2 times x squared plus 4. That's all the factors.
Wow.
This is the, and we've got these 3 solutions. This is the little piece we have to solve, okay? This last little piece.
Ah, x minus 2.
That's too easy.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's just
Why
x minus
is
2,
it
x minus 2.
not this?
Because it's not minus.
Oh, because it's not 2 square. Wait, no.
Right,
Yeah, wait.
it's not minus.
Oh.
It has to be
Never
minus.
mind.
And some of you are still making this mistake in factoring. If this is not minus, you can't use this. You can't use that. Make sure that it's minus before you try to do this. If it's not, you have to just solve it. And we get x squared equals -4. Then what do?
Square root it.
D squared.
Square root it.
Okay, so to the
2.
that's the farthest we can
Oh,
go
What's
on,
in
on
Is
that.
it
wait,
imaginary?
you can't make a negative.
what?
And then so once
X
we get
equals
that,
2i.
Got the I.
-2i.
I2.
Put them together.
oh, so everything cancels
Apply- oh,
out. That way
okay.
you're left with x. Oh
That
gosh.
makes me feel
I hate
not good.
Imaginary.
Yeah, it was close. That's
Okay,
a number
so
of-
hold on. Remember when you take the square root of something, every time you have imaginary solutions, you're gonna have 2, right? You'll have a positive and a negative.
That's our 5.
All right, yeah, this is 2 solutions. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Then we've got 2i and -2i. There's our 5.
Whoa.
Beautiful.
Why do
I'm
we
so
need
glad we're doing
2
this
of them are
once.
imaginary, so you don't see them crossing the.
So they don't even matter.
I can actually see how this makes sense.
That's
but-
Sir, how can somebody figure out this freaking math when it doesn't exist?
Yeah, who came up with this?
Hey, I swear they're making stuff up.
Yeah.
I'm like, one guy's like, this isn't real.
I just want to make studying a little
Some
harder.
math atheist.
Literally. They just wanted to make us suffer. They're like, how can I make this even worse? Imaginary
If
numbers.
it doesn't exist, we
It literally
don't
says
need it.
imaginary. You're
On
making it
this,
up.
No.
on
Make it
this
hurt. I
assignment,
can't
let me
say
tell you what I'm
I
gonna
know
let you
it's
do this time. This is why I said Kate will like this. I will let you solve these equations by graphing until you can't. Okay?
Oh.
Like here, the first couple of questions on your homework, it says solve the equation, and it's like the degree is 3, right?
Oh yeah.
And you look at your graph and you have 3 intersections. Boom, boom, boom. Those are your answers. Okay? You don't have to do this one by factoring and all that. Okay? So you can sometimes solve these by graphing, and then you can get all the solutions as long as they're nice, clean, whole numbers. It's not like square roots or weird fraction decimals. If it's just nice, clean numbers here, you can solve by graphing and get your solutions. I will say when you get the first, you have like 4 where you can just solve like this, and then the next couple you can only get some of your solutions by doing this, and you'll have to finish them out like this to get.
So
the
you always
imaginary
start on
ones.
your graphing calculator.
Yes.
So how many problems are there? And then we're about to get to this, but
So it's
better be
imaginary, so
three.
it's a plus and minus.
There's a lot because the first half is just how many solutions are there?
oh okay.
Like, so it's 3 through 20, and then
That's basically just saying
What
what the
page?
degree is, right?
22, then 3 more. 22
What
more.
is the dog game?
Yeah, it's pretty much, yeah.
So we literally.
I am-
Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm
easy.
saying, it looks like a lot, but the first half of it is really, and
How
then
much is a half?
Can we start doing it?
yeah, I haven't taught you how to do the last little section, but let me go ahead and give this to you. It's not due till Monday, so you can
I'm not even looking at it.
kind of start on it.
I want to look at you. Oh. You know what I did there? You see what I did? No.
Dang it! Can you stop my hand?
What?
I made the high pitched voice.
When?
Which one?
I wanna
Just a
do it.
second
No,
ago.
I wanna
Let's
do
do
it.
all at the
Three.
same time.
Okay.
That was
I just
Hit your funny bone.
Yeah. Bro, yesterday I dove to get a ball and I went like kneel and I literally landed like
Did
this.
you make that sound back too?
No,
Did
I
you
was
go-
like literally about to cry.
Oh
He was
gosh,
like,
I did it again.
"For serious? Huh? Yeah, it was so bad. Literally.
Not as bad as you get Jackie in your freaking mouth.
Renee was probably like, "Are you okay,
You don't
family?" She'd be like, "Yeah, I'm good." Girl, no, she'd be like,
Get up.
she wasn't even there. For like the first, she's never there.
Were you at Lona?
No, it's a good one.
Okay. Yeah, you were at Lona. I saw you. I saw your car.
Oh, was Daddy at Lona?
Yeah.
Dang, we'll stop.
Jack's watching the girls practice.
Okay.
Just like David.
They're middle school girls.
Just like
Okay.
David.